What's going on, everybody? This is Saber054, and today I want to discuss Pokemon TCG and how they plan their sets, their booster boxes. And what I mean by that, the size of the set, why they're so huge, and the types of cards that are in there. To be honest, I really don't know what the best approach is compared with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! What they do is they release billions of different sets, booster boxes. Almost every month they bring something out. Has around 60 cards, maybe even more, like 100 cards, that kind of thing. Versus Pokemon, that basically, they introduced a few other special sets here and there. They've got a lot of the collection boxes and stuff, but usually they only have four main sets a year, and those sets have over 200 cards, like even more than 250 at this point. I think it's just crazy how big they are. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh, even though Yu-Gi-Oh started in 2001 in English, I believe, if you go and look at how many different sets there are compared with Pokemon, you're gonna see like they have almost double the amount of actual sets of booster boxes and the cards they have. But it's because they print out fewer cards in more sets, in more frequent dates per year. And I think the problem with the Pokemon TCG side of things is that they have a lot of filler cards in this set. It's even worse than Yu-Gi-Oh! There's so many Pokemon that are in there that are mostly there just to be there. They're really useless. They almost never see any play. And all of the stage ones and stage two lines they give us, like rare hollow stage two lines, regular Pokemon, almost all of them never do anything. It's very rare some of them actually do something. Like, I think about some good stage two Pokemon recently, like let's say the Garchomp from Unified Minds. You've got the new Dusknoir from Cosmic Eclipse, which I've enjoyed using. This Pokemon, I do win games with them every now and then when I use them, but they're not really so great. And these are just the best examples. You go look at other cards like Gudra Stage 2s, other Stage 2 Pokemon like Victory Bell, Pokemon that, they get released, they never do anything. It's just poor card balancing, that's what it is. In the past, you go back even DP, which in a way, it's not that long ago, but it's actually very, very long ago. Those sets, they had, let's say, around 100 cards, maybe 120, 110. They went over that sometimes. There's a few sets like Legends Awakened that are around 150 and stuff, I think. Big sets. You had your tier 1 cards, like the cards that were going to make their way into competitive decks, create competitive decks and stuff. But a lot of the regular ass Pokemon, they could have been used. They could do some solid damage. They could survive a bunch of hits with their HP. It's just not the case with these new sets. Like most of the regular ass Pokemon in these humongous ass sets, they're basically pretty much filler. A lot of the times, just stage ones and stage twos with just one attack. Nothing really special. And I just feel like they just basically take up space. Like, I wonder what's even the point. I made a video, a very good video actually, a long while ago, talking about, how they need to print a lot of cards because when there's a lot more Pokemon, they need to keep representing them for the people that like them, for the people that want to collect their favorites and stuff. For example, my favorite Pokemon is Salamence. I do want them to print Salamence cards if they can. I want them to be good as well, but I want them at the very least to keep printing that Pokemon. So that's the thing. But I feel like if they're just going to keep printing filler cards and they're going to be useless, you might as well just not print them at all. The rarities in Pokemon booster boxes have been shit for quite a while now. The ratios and stuff, it's just not really good. And Yu-Gi-Oh, they do this a lot better in my eyes. Maybe it's because the sets are smaller too, but the ratios have been improved. A lot of the times, that if you get like one or two boxes, you're gonna get what you need. With Pokemon, not so much the case. And for even though it's 36 packs per box, like if you do the maths, they were a lot more expensive than Yu-Gi-Oh. like if you do pack for pack, card for card. And the other thing is that with Yu-Gi-Oh, you have the potential to get a lot of expensive cards and make money, do that kind of thing, trade valuable cards for other cards and stuff. Pokemon, it does have a few valuable cards too, but it's not the same for Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, it seems like you get more money, you get more cards, more product worth your buck. I think that was the phrase I wanted to say. So the solution, to be honest, I don't really know. I think to myself, if they did what Yu-Gi-Oh does and they print, let's say, the Dragon set, 50 new, Dragon Pokemon, then they do like a fire theme set, that kind of thing, every month. I mean, that just makes it easier for people that want to get specific cards. So maybe that's better. But at the same time, if you want to follow the TCG seriously and build decks, keep up with everything, you need to be getting mostly all of the cards, like all of the competitive stuff. You need to have access to them pretty much most of the time. So I don't know. Like I really don't know if that will work. People like me, the collectors and the people that just want to get everything, you got to get everything anyway. So whether they split it into different sets or where they have it all in one box, it's pretty much the same. I guess what they need to do is improve the ratios and all the filler cards that are in the sets, like all the Pokemon and stuff. They just need to finally make them good, finally make them, worthwhile. It's just so blatant to me, their favoritism towards Pokemon like Tag Team GX. They get all of this exclusive support, they get all the best cards. They can utilize some of the best strategies with their high HP, like tanking, healing, that kind of stuff. They're just basic Pokemon. They don't need to, waste space for stuff like rare candies to get the stage 2 Pokemon out and stuff. It just seems like they just have everything. And then if you play something else, you're always at a disadvantage. Never mind the fact that Pokemon like Arceus Dialga with their GX attack, it makes stage 2 Pokemon even more useless. Like if that guy uses his GX attack, all of the little, I guess, advantage you had if you use the stage 2 deck goes out the window. Like it's so good, it's pretty much an auto loss when they do that. And there's no way you're gonna win. Anyway, but these are my thoughts. They really need to change things up. I've mentioned this in other videos in some form or another. Pokemon TCG. I do wonder what they're gonna do with Sword and Shield, how the ratios are gonna work, how I don't know, like the cards per pack, all this stuff, the pricing is just probably won't change or just get worse. But I definitely feel like you're not getting as much product for your buck when you buy Pokemon booster boxes, when you get all of the collection boxes, all this stuff pretty much. Even the tints. Even the tints are worse than Yu-Gi-Oh! But anyways, just a rant. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe. Leave a like and share this video with your friends. Tell me in the comments, what do you think? Would you prefer, the sets to remain big as fuck like this? Or would you like them to be doing, the Yu-Gi-Oh way, where they release pretty much a set every month almost? Because let me tell you, it is very annoying for Yu-Gi-Oh too. Like, they release a set, and then they release another set, and you're like, Jesus, how many fucking sets are you gonna print in a year? Like, before, like, as soon as one comes out, they already have 3 of them previewed that are going to be coming next. It's just crazy. Some sets, it just seems like they're new, but they're just so old because they keep printing sets so frequently. So I don't know. I really don't know what the best way is, but maybe you guys are going to give me some ideas in the comments. So, Sabro Final 4, thank you guys for watching. We'll say